The SPAC Nation Church, which has been taking young people who are into knife crime, gang leaders and members off the street, it makes them to give up their weapons on the altar of God, says that their aim is to see a generation liberated from poverty, young people transforming their community from despair to hope, is under investigation by Met Police. The charity watchdog has also launched a probe and MP is not left out. There has been series of fraud allegations and other potential offences related to SPAC Nation Church, and the SPAC Nation is accused of pressurizing young people to donate thousands of pounds, which plunged them into debt. As a matter of fact, the parents and also the old members are worried and they're speaking up against this, which has made the Met Police to come into the situation. They are investigating the allegations right now. Hi guys, you're watching Mchiki series. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for your support. I quite appreciate that. It's good to have you around again. And if you are new to this channel, kindly consider subscribing by clicking on the red subscribe button. Also hit the bell icon, that way you get notification whenever I upload a new video. Actually, these issues have been going on for a long now with SPAC Nation. There has been lots of allegations leveled against the church by ex-members and even by the current members. I've seen lots of video on this on YouTube dated as far back as 2018, which I actually watched some of them. But the most interesting part of it is that Met Police has come into the case. They are going on with investigation on this church to understand really what happened, because a lot of people are saying so many things about the church, including the ex and current members. And some people believe that the investigation is coming rather late, probably because the people involved are vulnerable black people. So for those of you who don't know, Pastor Tobi Adegboyega is the founder of Salvation Proclaimers Anointed Church, commonly known as SPAC Nations, in the United Kingdom in 2005. He grew up in Nigeria and left the country when he was 25 years old. He studied law. The 39-year-old Toby, who is originally from Nigeria, had to share a room with his cousin of British actor John Boyega when he moved to London 12 years ago. Boyega is best known for playing Finn in Star Wars movies. Today, the story is no longer the same. The bling-loving pastor lives on a smart estate in Surrey's stockbroker belt, where he's allegedly upsetting his posh neighbours with all-night parties at £2.5 million Surrey mansion. After moving to Peckham from Nigeria in 2005, he took a job at a local cybercafé, and according to him, back then, Peckham, which happens to be a district in South London, was very dangerous and would hear gunshots every day. And those guys would often come in and use his computers to commit fraud. He was apparently overwhelmed by the lack of positive influence on the young people's lives, and this triggered him to start an impromptu worship group in the shop, which he began to refer as a church in 2007, with the aim of not spreading the gospel, but to inspire young people to live their lives legitimately. He said that he grew up in a church and preached his first message in church. However, he grew into other stuffs like education, taking solace in drugs. At 25, God called him back and he knew there was something more than usual evangelical, Pentecostal, and Orthodox movement. So he started with disenfranchised group of people coming from difficult backgrounds. According to him, he started with about 3 young people, which has increased to over 2,000 people today, currently operating with over 200 ordained ministers and pastors in about 17 communities across London, created over 40 businesses, and provided alternative lifestyles for young people in politics, business, finance, and education. In 2015, he rebranded the church as SPAC Nation and targeting gang members as new recruits. SPAC Nation is a black majority church whose Sunday services are often held in hotels and other upmarket locations, attracts hundreds of people, mostly aged under 30. Young members are attracted by a designer aesthetic rooted in black music culture. SPAC Nation has previously been lauded by police for diverting young people from gang culture, but in recent days, concerned parents have said that it operates like a cult. Parents and former church members claim that it encourages congregants to take out loans to fund the church. The air of mystery around both Pastor Toby and the church has subsequently led to many questioning its legitimacy as a charitable organization, with some calling it a cult. This has kept a lot of people so worried that some people are now querying SPAC Nation, is it a cult or a church? Some credible organizations such as Financial Times and BBC have applauded him for his work taking young people who are into all sorts of criminal activities, surrendering to Christ, including gang leaders and members, going to SPAC Nation Church to give up their weapons on the altar of God. However, alarmed parents say that it operates like a cult because the pastor encourages its members to take out multiple loans for the church and also accuse the church of pressurizing young people to donate thousands of pounds, which plunged them into debt. The leader of SPAC Nation was invited to meet officials at Downing Street and attended Tory party conference, and he recently called London Mayor Sadiq Khan a friend of the church. However, MP has called for probe into SPAC Nation. The larger-than-life pastor has lived in a luxury mansion with swimming pool and landscaped ground for 2 years. There were also rumors that he speaks in his fleet of luxury cars, including his £150,000 Rolls Royce and at least two Range Rovers, around the quiet county lanes, blaring loud music, which he denied, saying that his neighbours are hateful and racist. He used to drive a 2018 plate Lamborghini with a personalized number plate, which is worth £200,000. He and the preachers are known for their designers' clothes, gold wristwatches, and one of his neighbors has also complained about the way young men in their 20s turn up in cars worth hundreds of pounds in his house. He dresses head to toe in Gucci, he likes rocking other designers' labels, including Louboutin shoes. There were also allegations that he threw loud parties, upsetting his neighbors, which members of the resident management committee has confronted him about, which the latest one happened on 2018 Christmas Eve. Pastor Tobi denied having the ownership of Surrey Mansion, that he rents his Surrey Mansion and similar sized property across London to provide sanctuary for vulnerable youngsters. And some of the former church members have criticized these houses, saying that they are trap houses, meaning take risk and prosper houses, whereby vulnerable young people are targeted, isolating them away from their families and pressurizing them to take out multiple loans and hand over the money to the church. However, the charity watchdog has launched a probe, and council officials raised concerns over the safety of youngsters living in 23 houses run by the pastor across London. The account lodged by SPAC Nation in 2018 and the Charity Commission showed deficit with an income of £1.17 million and an expenditure of £1.19 million. It was also revealed that SPAC Nation leaders, some of whom are former gang members themselves, have been accused of threatening parishioners who failed to raise enough money, leaving them drowning in debt. One pastor allegedly urged her flock to beg, borrow, or steal in order to meet church weekly fundraising demands by church leaders. This calls for concern really, because when a man of God is instructing his church members to raise money through hook or crook or bring money whichever way means possible, even including stealing from people, it makes me wonder, are they giving to God? Are they using it to fund the lavish lifestyle of the pastor? It is obvious that brainwashing is real among gospel prosperity movements, and the footage has also surfaced of pastors telling their congregants via video messages that they need to raise hundreds of pounds a week, which is known as sowing seed. There are so many reports on this by Inside Croydon, HuffPost UK, and Exposer on YouTube, which is very disturbing. And the parents and their children are having issues ranging from financial issues to emotional issues. The mother of one of the members, who chose to remain anonymous because of her daughter's safety, has reported to The Guardian that her 20-year-old daughter had given the sum of £13,000 to the church in 3 months with money raised from her student loan, personal loan, and loans on business she had set up with the help of the pastor. She must have made about 30 loan applications, and for some of them, she used her details as a guarantor for other people's loan. The mothers of 2 young women who are now pastors in the church also revealed to The Guardian that their daughters joined the church while in university and they had been pressurized into handing over their student loans. According to them, members are encouraged to sow seed and donate to the organization in a way that some members paid out their entire student loan on the day they received it to a certain account that is said to be connected to the church. The woman went further to show a bank statement showing how her daughter paid out her entire student loan installment on the day she had received it. There were also piles of letters from credit card companies, banks, and debt collection agencies demanding repayment on loans, totaling a sum of £6,000. This is really so sad and sickening. I can't understand why churches should be collecting tithe from students. What sense does it make a student paying tithe from the pocket money or from the loan he or she has collected? doesn't make sense to me. It's simply rip-off, and again, it's pure manipulation. Because just take for an example, if a parent has given the child some money for school and the money is from his or her salary, which means he or she must have paid tithe on his own salary. So why should the child also pay a second tithe on the pocket money? And both mothers describe the effect of SPAC Nation on their daughters like that of a cult, explaining that the girls have become alienated from them as well as their siblings and friends who were not involved in the church. Honestly, I'm not sure if this thing is ordinary because I can't understand the reason why people will choose to worship their pastors instead of God. And again, some pastors have decided to be worshiping the God of Mammon by worshiping luxurious stuff, all these expensive cars and mansions they buy. This doesn't portray the life of Christ because Jesus Christ never lived like this. So I don't know what pastors nowadays are turning their lives into and the life of their members into with all this materialism and exotic lifestyle. And I'm sorry to break it to you, if you're in a church where some members are very poor and their pastor is flying private jet, living in big mansion with all exotic cars without thinking of how to settle the poor church members in your midst, then you and your pastor, you're serving the God of Mammon, period. Whether you like it or you don't like it, don't come to the comment section and start spewing nonsense. So let me know what you guys think about the SPAC Nation, the issues that are being discussed, the allegations. I'm gonna sign off here. Stay healthy and safe. Remember to share this video with family and friends if you love it. And subscribe to my channel if you've not done already for more updates because this is an unfolding story. And I'm gonna catch you in my next video. Bye.